नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। This is the first shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. Right in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, respectful, humble obeisances are offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Absolute Truth, Sri Krishna. Bhagavatam begins with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, means obeisances are offered to Bhagavan Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva, that is Supreme Lord Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And the shloka describes 7 characteristics of the Supreme Lord Krishna. The first quality is Janmadhyasya Yataha, means the cause of the creation of this universe is Krishna. Janma means birth or appearance or creation. So the word Janma is used in this verse in the sense of creation of the universe. Janmadi means what follows creation? Maintenance of the universe and destruction of the universe also. So the first quality of Krishna described in this shloka is Krishna is the cause of creation, maintenance and destruction of this material universe. Not only one universe, there are millions of universes. The Supreme Lord Krishna, in his capacity or in his form as Mahavishnu, generates millions and millions of universes from his bodily pores. So Mahavishnu, when he breathes out, millions of universes come out of his bodily pores. Thus Krishna is the creator of this universe. And he also maintains the universe, and when the right time comes, at the end of the life of Brahma, the Lord also destroys this universe. Thus the Supreme Lord is the cause of creation, maintenance and destruction of this universe. That's the meaning of Janmadhyasya Yataha. And the second quality of Krishna, Anvaya Ditaratascha Artheshu Abhignaha. Abhignaha means one who knows. Anvaya Ditarataha means directly or indirectly, Krishna knows everything that is happening in this created universe. He creates the universe and he is aware of everything that is happening within the universe. That's the second quality. He understands everything. And the third quality is Swarat. Swarat means one who is completely independent. So we are dependent on many things within this universe for our functionality. If I have to eat some food, I need to depend on a farmer who grows food. If I have to make a flower garland, I cannot generate flowers on my own. I need to pluck flowers from different trees, and I need to have some thread given by someone. Then I need a needle, then I can make a garland. But Krishna can independently create a garland. He can independently create some food preparation, or he can independently create the entire universe. Krishna is not dependent on anyone. He is supremely independent. He has supreme free will. So that's why the word Swarat is used. The fourth quality of the Lord is Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye, means it is that Supreme Lord who has enlightened Lord Brahma right in the beginning of the creation with Vedic knowledge. So Brahma is the first created being within this universe. So Lord Brahma appears from a lotus that sprouts from the navel of Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. When Lord Brahma appears, the Supreme Lord enlightened Brahma with the Vedic knowledge. Brahma is the first student of the Vedas. And Tene Brahma Hridayadi Kavaye means the Lord has given that Vedic spiritual knowledge to Brahma from within, from the heart. Adikavaya refers to Brahma here. That's the fourth quality of the Lord. And the fifth aspect of the Supreme Lord that is described in this shloka is Muhyanti Yat Surayah, means in their attempts to understand that Supreme Absolute Truth, Supreme Lord, even great intellectuals and philosophers and exalted beings also Muhyanti, they are confused, they are bewildered. It's not easy to understand the Lord. Even Krishna himself says that Name Viduhu Suraganaha Prabhavam Namaharshayah. So it is very difficult even for great sages and even great devatas also to understand the Supreme Lord. This is the version of Bhagavad Gita also, and this is the version of Srimad Bhagavatam also. Muhyanti yat surayah. An example is given in this verse. Tejo vari mridam yatha. Means just like a person could get confused by seeing land, he may understand that it is water. For example, somebody is traveling in a desert. From a distance he sees that, oh, there must be a water reservoir there, there must be a lake there, there must be a river there. But it is not a river, it's not a lake, it is sand only. There is illusion. So by seeing earth, someone may think that it is water. Sometimes by seeing fire, also one may think that it is water. So tejovari mridam yatha means just like we get confused between water and earth sometimes, similarly one may get bewildered in their attempts to understand the activities and appearances of the Supreme Lord Krishna. And another quality is vinimayo yatra trisargo amrisha. Only by the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord Krishna, what is very temporary in this material world appears to be factual to us. Means in this world there is a lot of variety and there are so many relationships, there are so many activities. All these things appear to be very real to us. Yes, they are real, but they are not permanent. So what is permanent appears to be, what is temporary appears to be permanent to us because of the Maya, because of the illusory energy of the Lord. So the illusory energy of the Lord or Maya of the Lord makes one think what is temporary to be permanent. That's another quality. So now in these 3 lines of the shloka, we have discussed 6 qualities of the Lord, more or less in relation to his energies, material energies. But apart from this material realm, the Lord also has a spiritual realm, the spiritual world, that is Vaikuntha or Goloka. Dhamna svena sada nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. So, although the Lord is all-pervading throughout this material creation, although the Lord creates this universe, maintains this universe and destroys this universe, He has a permanent spiritual abode. He has an eternal realm, the spiritual world, which is never subjected to creation, maintenance or destruction. So, the Lord doesn't have to create a spiritual world. He doesn't create or He doesn't destroy the spiritual world. The spiritual world is permanently existent and the Lord is permanently there. Sometimes He creates the material world and at one time He destroys, He winds it up. Later again He creates. So that spiritual world is the eternal abode of the Supreme Lord. Satyam param dhimahi. Let us meditate on that supreme absolute truth, Lord Sri Krishna. So that is the meaning of this first shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam that describes 7 characteristics of the Supreme Absolute Truth, Krishna. Hare Krishna.
For more such devotional programs, please watch Hare Krishna television. To get this channel, please contact your cable or DTH operator. For more information, please call 8767 845 845.